I caught it.
I really thought he was going to catch that and it was going to be 10 times cooler, especially since I flipped it out. In case you wondered what kind of duct tape ass production we run.
Get the fuck off it. Steve even freaked out. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Speakeasy. You don't get shit back.
I got to shut the knife. It's bad luck.
You'll shut it later.
I'm Zach.
I'm Jake.
Where are the Dirt Road Men? You need to calm down.
You're the one throwing knives at me, motherfucker!
I figured he'd just be on the ball.
That one's gone, bitch. Go ahead.
Also, that knife's not very sharp, so as long as it didn't, like, stick you directly in the arm.
No.
And I threw it over the bar, so...
No, it, like, pretty sure it landed, it did this, and then I caught it with my arm before it fell off the table. Or, there you go, you can show that. This tastes different than what we had actually at the distillery. This tastes like they put that coffee shit in it.
No?
Not to you?
Nope.
I get a heavy fucking coffee note right up front. No, it's like...
I don't get a coffee note at all. I get like a sweet, man, almost like... What are they called?
Beef bars.
Oh, fucking like almost a cinnamon roll. Goodness off of this. Like cinnamon and vanilla and...
I definitely, a lot of vanilla.
Yeah.
But...
There is some bitterness there.
It's... First sip, and even now on the back of the... On the back half of it, there's some coffee to me. Which is cool. It's not bad. It's not like that...
Not that nasty weirdness, yeah. Rieger Distillery, we're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff here. We toured this distillery yesterday.
They're badass.
It's an awesome distillery. Cool as shit, master distiller. This, I'm just going to tell you up front, is a solid product. That said, we had 4 things that they tried. 4, like, main products. We had vodka, which for vodka was impressively not terrible.
It was pretty damn good.
A gin that I actually could drink straight, that I didn't despise. This, and then this, like, blended with coffee.
Yeah, they call it a Cafe Amaro.
I don't remember what exactly all happened to it, but it was hot garbage.
We didn't care at all for it.
I told the guy that toured us around, I was like, look, man, I could probably get over this, but that finish won't go away and is nasty.
It was the bitterest thing I've ever had on the back of my mouth. At the first, like, when it's first... What?
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 Mm-hmm.
1898, the first official listing of Reiger and Co. appears at 1527 Genesee Street.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after, they expanded to include from 1512 to 1529. I did say 1527 Genesee, right?
Yes.
Okay. The 18 threw me off. Anyway, so from 1512 to 1529.
So they expanded in both directions.
Yeah. 13 years later, after founding the distillery anyway, Jacob turns the company over to his son Alexander. And Alexander brought the company to be the largest mail order whiskey company in the United States. You could fill out a order form, put some cash in the envelope, send it to them, and then however long the mail system was taken back in the 1800s, you get some fucking whiskey in the mail, which would be great.
Keep in mind, alright, that if the Thanos snap from Avengers Infinity War happened today, our population would only go back to like 1950. We're talking about the late 1800s. This guy had over 250,000 unique customers a month.
Thank you.
Right? Is that written in here?
Yes, it is.
Was it a month or was it all together?
He had a customer base of 250,000 plus.
Okay, so total.
Total.
Still, that's intense.
Who the fuck only goes through one bottle of whiskey a month, though?
Exactly. Well, if one bottle of whiskey a month, certainly more than one a year.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Because I actually don't down a bottle every month, but then every 3 or 4 months, I'll end up putting 5 bottles away.
Yeah.
Because I distribute. But anyway, go ahead. There's a lot of story to this one.
On a grand total, yes. So that was actually the next fucking line, man.
I am so sorry.
They offered over 100 unique products to their 250,000 plus customers. To reiterate that, large number, and this was all over the U.S. They had whiskey, gin, rum, and they're called stomach bitters. That was just some of their products. I don't have a full listing. Shoot me. They were doing exceptionally well until the fucking government thought prohibition was going to fix things and just ruined every fucking thing. Those bastards. But Alexander was resilient and shortly turned the distillery into... What's up?
You said shoot you.
Not with a pellet gun.
They don't know it's a pellet gun, man. Jesus. Now we're playing Survivor the real game. I'm sorry, we will get through this shit eventually. You guys gotta stick with us on this one. We're kind of proud of this.
Yeah, this is hometown shit, and they're cool-ass fucking people. If you're in Kansas City or you live near Kansas City, check out their distillery. They got a big-ass light. It's dope.
There's a lot of cool whiskey stuff around here, but this is definitely one worth paying attention to.
So, government came in, fucked their distillery in the ass. Alexander Rieger was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. He turned the distillery into a mercantile company and then an investment company. So, J. Rieger and Co. It's a Kansas City, Missouri whiskey company. Distillery, if you will. It was founded originally in 1887 by Jacob Rieger. Jacob immigrated from Goritz, Austria in 1877. And that year he opened the J. Rieger and Co. Distillery, which is weird because maybe it was officially founded in 87. Shit.
He distilled gin at first.
Oh, maybe the
He was
whiskey.
a gin guy, and then he moved somewhere before he moved directly to Kansas City, I thought.
Yeah, he was in New York, and then he went north. I want to say Iowa-ish.
Okay, yeah, and then he came to Kansas City, and he was distilling gin until he got here.
Yeah. And then they opened the J. Rieger & Co. Distillery in 1877 in the Kansas City West Bottoms, which was directly across from the Livestock Exchange Building. If you're near Kansas City, this is like big Kansas City history.
Yeah, it is. It is that region.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like, for the lack of better terms, ghetto-y now.
Yeah.
In the 1950s, the original distillery was turned into a fucking parking lot, which is sad.
Yeah, that does suck.
Their current building is the old, I'm going to say the name wrong, I'm going to say Haim. It might be Himes.
No, this was the bottling plant.
Bottling plant. Their current distillery is the old Himes bottling plant.
Yeah, Himes bottled it, but that wasn't where Himes brewed their beer.
I know.
Okay, I got you.
The current distillery.
I got you!
Okay.
Yes.
They weren't far away, though.
No, it was all of this happened in the East and West Bottoms.
Yes. So, J. Rieger & Co. was re-established in October of 2014 by Ryan Mabey, who was a bartender. He bought one of Rieger's old buildings. It was their they had a hotel and restaurant.
Yes.
And he started a bar in the basement.
Yeah, and then he moved a restaurant to the main floor.
Yeah. And then on their grand opening of the restaurant, Andy Rieger, who was the great grandson of Jacob, went to the opening and just thought it was fucking cool that he was bringing light back onto the family and, you know, doing shit in the family buildings. And maybe he was like, dude, we should go into business together. We should redo the distillery. And so they fucking did. They currently operate under the original trademark that was last owned by Alexander Rieger in 1922.
I know they use the same monogram, which is cool.
They have the same trademark,
yeah,
patents, if you will. I guess
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the trademarks is?
Essentially. There's a difference, but it's, for all intents and purposes, they're basically the same thing.
Okay. And then now they're in the East Bottoms of Kansas City, which is just 3.5 miles from the original location.
Okay.
They're the first legal distillery in Kansas City, Missouri, since Prohibition.
All right, whiskey. Seriously, so I can't remember what the cinnamon rolls. It reminds me of cinnamon rolls on the nose. There's it has a lot of kind of bourbon-esque notes to it.
It's I don't know the percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find that. There is bourbon,
Yes.
and I believe some rye,
Yes.
and then sherry.
Yes. There's bourbon, rye, and a sherry that they source from Europe that is particularly cool. They couldn't blend in the sherry without calling it a liqueur unless they kept it below 2.5%. So 2% of this bottle is sherry, and then rye and bourbon blended. Now, one thing we learned during our tour, they first started distilling in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
They intend to put out nothing younger than a Kentucky straight bourbon blended into this, meaning their stuff is just now old enough. And actually, they've tasted it recently, and they still don't feel like it's ready. Which means, what you're tasting in this bottle is a blend sourced and blended from MGP.
Midwest Grain Products, which we have nothing against. MGP is a fucking really cool way to go if you're just starting out and you're wanting to, you know, have a company centered around whiskey. You can source from them, you can pick your own mash bill, you can have it aged for however long when you get it, and then you can play with it from there.
Also, they literally put this out themselves, and this is one of the best bourbons I've had for the money.
Yes.
I was thoroughly impressed with it. So don't shit on sourcing.
Yeah.
They kind of, I felt like they hit it, which kind of bummed me.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't too hidden, because all we had to do was ask the right questions. They just didn't present the information up front. The moment we asked, we were notified.
Yeah, by the tour guide even. So it's not like a big company secret. It's just
and it says right here on the label, a rectified whiskey of products around the world, blended and bottled by Jacob Rieger and Company, Kansas City, Missouri.
So. I expect within the next year
to 2 years.
Year or so, they did say before New Year's they were expecting within the next month or so to start bottling their own.
Yes, they
stuff.
just weren't sure when it was going to hit shelves.
But yeah, they weren't sure, and they were even talking about a big party or something.
And this is an excellent business strategy for starting a whiskey company. It takes 4 years to age bourbon minimum, plus you really want to age it to the flavor profile you want. Our favorite flavor profiles tend to come between 8 and 12 years. That's a long time to make no fucking money.
Somewhere between Wild Turkey and Stag Junior.
Yeah. I'm excited to see their regular blend. I hope that it's similar in taste to this. Technically, it will still be a blended whiskey, and they did patent Kansas City whiskey. Kansas City whiskey can now be made anywhere by blending in 2% sherry.
In Kansas City. Like Kentucky or Texas whiskey or whatever. Yeah, Kansas City whiskey is now officially a thing.
Yes. So
and it's great.
It is. It is really good. I didn't give it the time of day because it wasn't a bourbon, and I was irritated with that. It is phenomenal. I'm pretty impressed with it.
As we go, I'm getting more of the fruity notes, the lighter, friendlier notes. And it's just...
something like figs in there, too, almost. To me.
It's been so long since I've had a fucking Fig Newton. I don't remember what figs taste like. But I will believe you.
That's a flavor I normally get out of scotches, not bourbons. That's why I'm impressed with it. It must have to do with the sherry. There is even a little bit of wood notes to this that I'm happy to see. And we'll probably throw up on our Dirt Roadman page and stuff like that some of the video of or the pictures of our tour and stuff. It was really cool. If you ever get to Kansas City, I recommend that you check out a lot of our local distilleries, Union Horse, Restless Distilling, these guys. It sounds like we're going to go tour Tom's Town soon. They're an excellent company. I misjudged them before going on this tour, and I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw. As far as the whiskey goes, I'd give it an 8.
Yeah.
I want to see this made by them with a 10-year age statement. I would pay $100 a bottle for that. That's assuming it tastes as good as I expect it to.
Wow. Yeah. I would definitely give it an 8.
That's how I think they could make it a 10, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Their product that they're putting out now, I would give it an 8.
Yes.
I think they could easily, as long as they kept along the same feel, the same work ethic that seems to have gone into what they've got now, I think they could easily throw down a 10, solid 10 whiskey.
Yes. And they did have a help from Dave Pickerell as a consultant when they started too. The godfather of craft whiskey, if you're curious.
And
there's a gin guy too that he consults. I feel bad for not noting him, but if you somehow made it to this video, gin dude, look, man.
We know you pretty well
know
relaunched Tanqueray.
Yes, and we're just not gin guys. We were pretty impressed with the J. Rieger gin, however, given our expectations of gin. But
I was more impressed with the vodka, I'm not going to lie. The gin, and this is just me personally, I fucking hate shit.
Most people hate shit.
Junipers. I fucking hate junipers. I hate the way they
juniper
smell.
forward.
It was so goddamn juniper forward.
Okay, that's right. I enjoyed the gin. I don't like vodka. I can't stomach vodka. I hated the vodka.
I was quite impressed with the vodka. Normally I hate vodka. This vodka was great. I could probably drink your vodka all day long.
Now, I often damn near puke when I drink vodka, and I didn't. I drank the whole glass here. So which to be fair was like that much.
Yeah.
But
it took me a few going back to and 2 glasses of water to get through just the juniper.
So which did you like the least? The gin or the Cafe Amoroso?
The Cafe Amoroso, whatever the hell
I'm just making words up. I don't know what the fuck
I think it was
called.
Amoro. Anyway.
Yeah.
I hate that one. The Cafe whatever.
Okay.
I didn't like that. I don't even remember what the hell its name was, so...
Yeah, it's just garbage. It's hot garbage. But yeah, I think that's all we have for you guys today. Until we see you again, I'm Zach.
I'm Jake.
We are the Dirt Road Men.
If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, drop us a comment, and check out our Facebook page for daily updates.